I'm Lily Bruns, Thailand founder of Draper Startup House, and I'm so excited to bring you to Tech&The City. We're hanging out in Chiang Mai with awesome founders, creators who make this such a wonderful city to live in. Tech&The City is brought to you by Global Startup Hub CNX, supported by NIA and Startup Thailand. Episode 1, Tech Ecosystem in Chiang Mai.
My name is Toy. I run Artisan Digital, this company. We are a IT consultant, right? But we do develop software like mobile apps, website, web applications, and also consult on digital marketing strategy, data collection, data analytics. So we've been here for 3 years. I also have some other things on the side, like I help started a few bars with my friend just for fun. I help a law firm actually because like now my friend's law firm, he wants to specialize in like digital assets like cryptocurrencies, also like M&A in the digital startup sides, and when you do M&A, when you do like audit or like due diligence, there's also an IT part, right? So I play the role in that part. Like when a company is buying another company, they have to audit their IT. So I help them with that. So I kind of like help co-founded that company, and also many other things that I help people with, mostly on the digital side, which is good. So I think that's about it.
My name is Sven. I'm originally from Germany. Have been living in Chiang Mai since 2004, so it's been a while. And I came here to study, and now my main thing is I run a software development house called Basu. We have offices in Germany and in Chiang Mai, almost 60 people developing software, digital products. And we're also from time to time launching our own products and startups. And right now I spend most of my time at a company called Relax, which is a mobile wellness on-demand startup launched here in Chiang Mai. And we hope we can bring it to many other places in Thailand and outside of Thailand.
I'm Rangsan Prombasit, but many people call me Joe, the nickname, CEO of QQ. For QQ, we start to solve the problem of queuing at the first time. But today we solve the problem of crowded places. Try to make people get more free time from the queuing time. So people no need to stuck in the line anymore. They can get back the time and spend those time with other activities that they need. Actually, at first I based in Bangkok that time and founded the company in Bangkok. I just tried to move here for 2 months ago. Just that, but this is the dream city for life, for living. So many people dream to have a house here, move to living here. That is my dream.
What makes Chiang Mai such a great place for startups?
First, people, right? So people, Chiang Mai people are unique, right? So if you're from Bangkok, or you're from really business-oriented city, you won't get Chiang Mai people yet. They're unique in their own way. They have a good sense of ownership and urgency in their own way, meaning they know what to do and when, and they have their own way to develop their own talents, their own work. And they are independent, right? They don't play by others' rules. They play by their own rules. So I think it's the best place for smaller startups or remote startups to thrive. I think that's also why Chiang Mai is number one for digital nomads.
This is not a huge market, right? But I think it's a perfect market to try something out. and then bring to other places, right? So I mean, being here, you're not limited to Chiang Mai only. I think it's a great place to start, to test the waters, right? And then branch out to other places, other cities within Thailand, or even, other countries. Yeah. Which we also did with Relax. So we started in Chiang Mai, and then, a few months later started Phuket, Pattaya. We just launched Bangkok last week and Hua Hin yesterday. So yeah. And all from Chiang Mai, so that's totally doable.
This is a perfect city, perfect for living as well, good food, and many places for playing some sports like riding. I playing basketball every day, and that could help for me as well. And working for many developers from everywhere in Thailand. This is the dream city for them to move their life to here as well. So you can find good developers here. This is the thing that is very good for technology company to move their company to base here. Yeah.
Can you describe the startup community in Chiang Mai?
In the business sense, there's still a lot of SMEs, smaller businesses, not like big corporates, nothing formal at all. And it's very easy to just catch up and talk with anyone, or organize a meetup event, or invite people for a beer and talk about things, or test ideas together. Also, there are a lot of good developers here. There are, I think, 4, 5, 6 schools for computer science or computer engineering in Chiang Mai. So that's pretty good. But in Chiang Mai, for IT business, startups business, where people can work anywhere, work online, on the cloud, and you can be anywhere, do anything whenever you want. I think Chiang Mai is the best place because you can sit at a bar and code and talk to people. You can wake up at 10, work for 2 hours, get lunch, go to waterfall, go up the mountain, came back, work, and work until late night, and you have food everywhere. So I think it's a good place to live and work on your own time, assuming you have good skills and pretty good discipline.
We found it quite easy to actually hire and recruit people here, even more so in the past few years, right? So it's definitely obvious that the ecosystem heads into the right direction, right? There's more and more events, things you guys are doing with Draper, or all the co-working spaces. Then at some point, the digital nomad scene kind of came to the mix. So it's very cool to, I think, kind of mix this up, have this kind of foreign culture and this Thai culture. And in our experience, it is actually, it's appreciated by both sides, right? So both sides are kind of adapting to each other. And, we try to do our thing, right? So we have a very kind of flat work culture, very flat hierarchies. We're, very kind of modern workplace, I would say. And some people said, it might be hard to do this in Thailand because people are not so much used to it. But for us, it worked out perfectly.
Actually, here, one thing that I see it better than Bangkok because of many foreign startup based here as well, and their market not in Thailand, their market is in Europe or USA. So the knowledge of global market, the knowledge of international products already in here. We need to just merge them together and sharing about the products strategy, the market together is a benefit of Chiang Mai.
So what are some of the resources and support that startups have access to in Chiang Mai?
What I benefit from is collaboration with schools here, like CMU, pretty good friends of ours. They help us a lot with curriculums, help provide our opportunities to actually build talents, help or like teach them or like groom them to be better or like ready for the industries. Other things are like communities of digital nomads. I think help a lot actually. I have learned that there are many cool startups here. They are based here, but we knew nothing about them because they don't have office. They just hide in the co-working spaces, and we just found out, oh, okay, their lead engineer is actually in Chiang Mai, chilling, coding, eating, like hanging out here, So I think it's a pretty cool place. I think everything together, the atmosphere, events, also the helps from STEP and NIA that they have office in Chiang Mai that help groom or incubate startups, also grant funds for them to actually start and grow, and many other resources.
I think probably the number one resource is people, right? So I think there's more and more young people, students graduating, right, who are really passionate about, building things, tech, right? This has changed a lot compared to, when we started back in 10 years ago, right? So there's a lot of people now who, embrace, building things, developers, designers, creative kind of workers. So I think this is very important, right? Because that's the number one resource you need if you aim to start a business, right? Yeah. Besides that, just like basic things like reliability of internet speed, right? You need to work, right? Shops where you can buy things, right? I mean, computers. But then also, fun stuff, right? I mean, it's not just about work, right? It's good to live in a place where you actually, you have a great work-life balance. You can, here I think Chiang Mai is particularly good for recreational things, right? Going bicycling, going running, going up to the mountains, right? I think that all adds to the mix, right? And what I mentioned before, the fact that you, if you, at Basbo now, I can see the company growing and people are getting older, they're getting married, they're getting kids, right? So that's also, I think, very important that you have a place where there is availability of, decent schools, right? International schools, things like this. Yeah. So, and I think Chiang Mai is unique about that.
One thing that I met here, and I think it is a good way to do business, especially for deep tech startups. We have a knowledge in agriculture and some biomedical area from universities like Chiang Mai University, Major University, like this. Many research that need someone to crack it from the university and turn it to the real business here, and both universities are ready to work that with you. So this is one thing different from the capital. Chiang Mai University work with a STEP and try to change the research to be something that can be touched, can be the real business. Here, Major have many research, many technologies about the agriculture that need someone to crack it, to make it like the real thing that people can touch. This is one thing that I think is a special for this city. Even local organization like the city government as well still promote the Chiang Mai city and have many programs that attract business owner to move to here as well. So the organization like NAA and DPAR here is the good starting for you if you need to move your business to here, talk to them. Many supporting from them may help you to easier to establish a company here.
And tell me, what role does your organization play in the startup ecosystem?
I like to think of myself as like a platform. I aspire to be an enabler in this community. Yeah. It was my intention that to have plenty of open, flexible space so we can hold events, so we can invite other people to hold it, or like we organize it ourselves, or like have others organize it on our place, and a lot of like outdoor spaces as well, because Chiang Mai weather is nice. So we have hosted a few, like more than a few, like Tech&The, which is like an event for like software developers, tech guys, startup guys in Chiang Mai. They come to join and share, but mostly about developer geeky, nerdy stuff. Also, we have done Google business groups, which is like a group of business users on Google tools, like because they are like Google business group manager, like officially from Google, which is like in Chiang Mai. So it's kind of like sponsored by Google as well. So it was at our place. And also other things like small events like WordPress meetup.
I always think we should do more, but it's tough. We mostly are very focused on our work and projects, but we try and we try and we do what we can. And so we did a few events here in Chiang Mai where we kind of try and bring together tech community, Thai tech community with people working in Basu. Completely non-commercial. It's really just about hanging out, meeting each other, exchanging ideas, things like that. We used to do this every month.
Actually, I help STEP Science and Technology Park in Chiang Mai to be a mentor for local startup who join the incubator program of STEP. I found that many local startups just focus this market only, small market, too small market. Fews that try to expand their market to Bangkok. So, but the characteristic of a local market and Bangkok market or the place market is different. They don't have experience on that. So many startup founders in Bangkok can be a mentor for them.
What's your ambition for Chiang Mai's startup future? What do you aim to accomplish?
I want to see Chiang Mai to be a place where business and technology developed by local talents can actually grow, and can proudly say that built in Chiang Mai, HQ in Chiang Mai, or like R&D in Chiang Mai, and the product, the business is known worldwide or be used worldwide. I want to help build a business community, tech/business community, because it's easy and it's something I can do. To keep the talents here, actually, or work with the university to build better talents, and groom them and let them grow here, or inspire them to actually start startups on their own on the Chiang Mai soil, so they can thrive and be known worldwide, just like
The things I'm seeing now, right? I think it goes into a good direction. In my opinion, it will always be Chiang Mai, right? It will never be Bangkok or San Francisco or something. So, we have to stay realistic, right? And kind of find something, and kind of shape this community so that it fits to the city we live in, right? I think this is really important. And I personally love to be more involved in the future, right? Hopefully, I can make this happen someday. Spend a bit more time on less on our own projects and more time on community building and getting involved and trying to help people.
From my thought, if like a growth stage startup in Bangkok can move to here is it will drive like a dynamic of the city and a startup ecosystem here as well because of local startup in Chiang Mai can learn from them and talents in Chiang Mai can work for those company and if we cannot have a local market here but we still have the market, the big market in the capital as well. And for the capital, most of startup not target just Bangkok. They target the overall of this country market and foreign market as well. So it's can boost like a local startup to look over just not in Chiang Mai or the northern only. The city of Barcelona, some area that change themselves to be like a startup area, moving people to those area to spend their life to live there and working there is a very fit to here like a Niman area in downtown of Chiang Mai. Those places, if we turn those places to be like an office of startup. Some startup from Bangkok move out to have an office here. It's something quite similar to Barcelona.